This is your final heavenly notice. Archangel Michael detected a friend betraying you in secret. Why did they do it? What happens if you don't open this? This is not a message for everyone. It is a final heavenly notice. It is not scattered like seeds on stony ground, nor thrown to the careless passerby. It comes as a trumpet call, sounded with precision, meant only for the one whose spirit is trembling with unrest. If your heart has been stirring without reason, if your nights have felt heavy and your peace has been disturbed, then know this. This message has been sent to you by heaven's command, and Michael himself has sounded the alarm on your behalf. The hour is exact. It does not arrive early to be ignored, nor late to leave you unguarded. It arrives now, in the fullness of divine timing, when heaven determined you were ready to face the hidden thing that lurks in shadows around you. Heaven does not waste words, and heaven does not waste warnings. This is your appointed hour to see what has been concealed, and to hear what others hoped you would never discern. Understand this clearly. Not every ear will hear. Not every soul will feel the weight of this call. This message is selective. It is sealed for the chosen, for those who have been marked by heaven's oil and preserved for a higher destiny. If your spirit is stirred even as these words reach you, then know you are counted among the few, and heaven is pulling back the veil for your sake. But to receive, stillness is required. You must not rush past these words. You must not scroll as though this is common. Stillness is your condition for revelation. The betrayer's footsteps are silent, but heaven has amplified them to your ears. Their whispers are hidden, but heaven has allowed your soul to feel their sting. This is why your rest has been uneasy. This is why you have felt watched, yet could not explain why. A final notice has been delivered. Heaven speaks, Michael warns, and the Spirit confirms. The question now is not whether the betrayal exists, but whether you will heed the notice before the hour passes. Type "I am chosen" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1122 is now activated. Before this week closes, hidden truths will surface. Before the final hour of this cycle turns, the curtain that shields deception will be torn, and what has been whispered in secret will be exposed under heaven's light. Hear this with clarity. Archangel Michael, the warrior of God's armies, has already stepped into position on your behalf. His sword of fire gleams in the unseen realm, and his presence confirms that what has been plotted against you in silence has not escaped the eyes of the Almighty. You must understand, child of destiny, that this betrayal was first detected in the spirit realm before it could ever touch the soil of the physical world. Heaven saw it long before you felt its weight. Heaven discerned the false smile before your eyes could. Heaven heard the whispers before they touched your ears. And now, because the appointed time has come, Michael himself has sounded the alarm. The warning is clear. What has been concealed will not remain concealed. What has been hidden will not remain hidden. The betrayer, who stands near you with words of sweetness, yet harbors venom behind the curtain of their heart, will soon be revealed. Do not dismiss this word as coincidence. This is not chance. This is not random. This is selective. Only those marked by heaven will be able to feel the fire of truth piercing through these words. You were chosen to hear this warning, because your destiny is too precious, your calling too weighty, and your future too anointed to be destroyed by silent treachery. This word has been sent like a seal of protection, like a shield raised high, so that you may not stumble blindly into the snare laid at your feet. Listen carefully. The betrayer wears a mask. In public, they smile. In your presence, they laugh. Their voice sounds gentle. Their tone appears harmless. But in the secret places, in the hidden chambers, they sharpen their tongue like a blade. They study your movements, not out of love, but out of calculation. They pretend to honor you, yet inwardly envy your light. They appear as a friend, but their intentions flow from the well of darkness. This is why the heavens press upon you so urgently. This is why the Spirit has stirred you to pause here. Because ignoring this notice would not simply leave you unaware, it would leave you vulnerable. If you scroll past, if you close your ears to this divine alarm, you risk being struck unaware by the very hand that claims to embrace you. But if you remain still, if you discern, if you heed this message with trembling and reverence, you will stand protected under Michael's wings. His presence is already upon you, and his watch has already begun. Take this as a holy summons. This week will not pass without a shift. The betrayer's mask will slip, the truth will emerge, and your spirit will finally see clearly what heaven already saw. The choice is yours. Ignore and be struck, or remain still and be shielded. Heaven has spoken. Type Amen to get blessings 1414. They watch you silently, yet their eyes tell a different story. Their words are quoted in sweetness, but their gaze carries the weight of envy, suspicion, and an unspoken malice. They linger close, as though they are for you, but their spirit betrays them long before their actions do. This is why you have felt unease in their presence. This is why your soul trembles without reason when their name crosses your path. The Spirit has been alerting you, whispering into your heart that not all who walk with you truly walk for you. Listen carefully, beloved. Betrayal rarely arrives with a loud announcement. It comes quietly, softly, in shadows. It hides in subtle gestures, in the half-smiles, in the unfinished sentences, in the whispers you catch but cannot fully understand. You have sensed their shift. You have felt the sting of gossip drifting like smoke through the air. Their voice, once warm, now feels different. Their silence, once normal, now feels heavy. Their absence in your moments of need has already testified against them. Heaven does not need a confession to know the truth. Heaven discerns the heart. And yet the question stirs within you. Why? Why would someone so close act like an enemy in secret? Why would one who once seemed loyal now turn their hand against you? They know parts of your truth, but not all of it. They know fragments of your story, but they do not know the weight of your calling. They do not fight you for who you are today. They fight you for what you are becoming. The light upon your destiny has provoked the darkness in their heart, and jealousy has taken root where friendship once appeared to grow. This is the cause of your restlessness. This is why peace has left your atmosphere. Heaven is stirring your spirit, because confusion is not of God. The betrayer's behavior has disrupted your discernment. They act familiar but carry hidden daggers. You have asked yourself silently, am I imagining this? Am I wrong to feel this way? But know this. The unease you feel is not paranoia, it is discernment. Your spirit is seeing what your eyes cannot. Your soul is perceiving what your mind has not yet processed. Emotional unrest has been planted to awaken you. You were not meant to remain asleep while betrayal plots at your table. You were not meant to keep walking blind while hidden daggers are sharpened behind your back. This disruption in your emotions is heaven's alarm, shaking you awake, demanding your attention. It is not to torment you, but to prepare you. It is not to break you, but to protect you. Stillness is required, but blindness is not allowed. Heaven shakes what must be shaken, so that what cannot be shaken remains. The mystery will not remain hidden forever. In due time, the betrayer will reveal themselves. But for now, heaven is allowing your spirit to feel the weight of this unrest so you may lean into divine protection and not into careless trust. The disruption you feel is not destruction. It is preservation. Type I am anointed in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 888 is now surrounding you. Beloved, even as this revelation pierces your heart, remember this. When you help carry the word of God into the nations, you are not just supporting a message. You are unlocking deliverance for souls who are still blind to their betrayals. The seed you sow today becomes oil that flows tomorrow, a river of truth, reaching others who desperately need light. God declares, those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed, and this is His living promise over you now. I feel led to say this. If your spirit has been stirred by this word, then this is your moment to act. Stand with this mission of heaven. Become a torchbearer of truth, and let your support become a prophetic act that opens new heavens over your life. You can do this by pressing super thanks, joining as a channel member, or giving through the PayPal link in the description below. Every seed carries a harvest, and heaven never forgets a giver. Obey quickly and watch how God multiplies back into your life. Hear this truth and hear it well. What you are experiencing is not merely human conflict, it is spiritual warfare. The betrayal you feel stirring in the shadows is not simply about a person turning against you. It is bigger. It is deeper. It is rooted in realms unseen, orchestrated by forces that tremble at the destiny you carry. The one who smiles in your presence, but speaks against you in silence, has become a vessel of opposition, a pawn in the hands of darkness. But do not confuse the vessel with the war. This is not about flesh and blood. This is about the spirit that seeks to wound, distract, and derail the chosen. Beloved, they do not come against you because of who you are today. They come against you because of the mantle you carry, the anointing resting on your life, and the destiny marked upon your name. Chosen ones are always tested, and the sharpest tests come not from strangers, but from those seated at the table of closeness. Judas walked with Jesus, not the Pharisees. Delilah sat with Samson, not the Philistines in the open square. Betrayal often wears familiarity, for only those near you know enough to strike deeply. Yet, heaven has permitted this exposure because your destiny cannot be refined without the fire of betrayal. Do not be deceived into thinking this is simply human jealousy or random malice. No, this is a targeted strike against what God has placed within you. The enemy knows he cannot remove your calling, so he seeks to weaken you through relationships, to confuse you through trust, and to wound you through love turned bitter. But heaven watches, and heaven tests. Your silence, your stillness, your refusal to retaliate in the flesh will testify of your strength. You do not fight this battle with your own hands, for the sword is already drawn in Michael's grip, and heaven has already aligned its armies to defend you. Understand this clearly. When you choose stillness, you confuse your enemies. They expect you to react. They expect you to lash out, to crumble, to collapse under the weight of emotional pain. But your strength will be shown in silence. Your stability will reveal to the heavens that you trust not in yourself, but in the God who vindicates. And when you stand still, the Lord himself rises to fight for you. This is not human conflict. This is divine testing. Heaven is watching your response. Will you allow offense to take root in your heart? Will you allow bitterness to poison your spirit? Or will you choose to rest in the knowledge that every betrayer becomes a stepping stone, every dagger a signpost, every wound a doorway into deeper glory? This battle is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to refine you, to strengthen you, and to elevate you. Do not see only the pain. See the purpose. Do not focus only on the hand that wounds. See the God who shields. The betrayal is real, but so is the covering. The attack is sharp, but so is Michael's sword. You are not alone, and you are not unguarded. Heaven is with you, and heaven is watching. This is your test, and it is also your testimony. Type "I am covered" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 777 is now released over you. Beloved, hear the urgency of this moment. The hour is shifting, and what has been whispered in darkness is preparing to rise into the light. Heaven declares that within a set time, what has remained hidden will seek expression. In the next 72 hours, the spirit of betrayal will not remain quiet. The pressure that has been building in the unseen realm will begin to manifest around you, and the mask of false friendship will begin to slip. You will notice it in their tone, in their words, in their behavior that suddenly feels out of place. What was once concealed in whispers will press toward confrontation. The spiritual storm that has been circling in silence is preparing to break in the open. This is not said to frighten you, but to prepare you. Michael has already sounded the alarm, and the Spirit has already stirred your soul to be alert. The betrayer is restless, for the darkness within them cannot remain quiet. Their envy burns like a fire that seeks oxygen, and it is only a matter of time before they act on what they harbor. They may not reveal everything at once, but subtle cracks will appear. Watch for the sudden shift in their face, the sharpness in their tone, the words they try to disguise as jokes, or the questions that carry a hidden sting. These are not coincidences. They are signs that heaven has already uncovered the truth. Do not be surprised when the pressure builds, for this is what heaven has already prepared you for. It will feel as though the air grows heavy, as though something is pressing against your spirit. This is the moment of exposure, the moment where silence breaks and intentions surface. Heaven is showing you so that you will not be caught unaware. Betrayal will seek to pierce your emotions. But remember, you were warned so that you may stand. The consequences of ignoring this word are weighty. If you dismiss it as chance, if you brush it aside, you risk walking blindly into the wound that was meant to be avoided. Betrayer's words, once unleashed, will carry the power to shake your confidence, to confuse your vision, and to plant doubt in your heart. But if you heed the warning, if you remain still and vigilant, then what was meant to harm will pass by like a shadow, unable to break through the shield of divine protection surrounding you. This is why urgency is upon you. Heaven is not speaking idly. The message is clear. Prepare yourself. The whisper is becoming a voice, and the hidden hand is becoming visible. But do not fear, for the Lord who exposes also protects. Michael stands ready with his sword drawn, not to prevent the betrayer's exposure, but to shield your heart when it comes. You will not fall. You will not be broken. What rises against you will stumble, and what plots against you will collapse under its own weight. Mark these words in your spirit. Within the appointed time, you will see what heaven has already revealed. But take heart, the revealing is not your downfall, it is your preservation. Type "I am alert" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 444 is now guarding you. Now that the warning has been sounded, the heavens release to you the strategy of protection. Understand this. The betrayer's power lies not only in their actions, but in your reaction. If they can provoke you into fear, into confrontation, into emotional outburst, then they gain ground. But heaven's instruction is clear. Be still. Do not confront them. Do not expose them with your own hands, and do not waste your strength in words. For silence is not weakness. Silence is a weapon in the spirit. Stillness is not passivity. Stillness is alignment with the armies of heaven who now stand on guard. Archangel Michael, the warrior appointed to shield the chosen, does not require your hand to strike. His sword is drawn, and his wings already surround you. Your silence confuses the enemy because they expect you to react. They expect you to crumble under suspicion, to lash out in fear, to attempt to fight in your own strength. But when you choose prayer over panic, fasting over fury, and stillness over strife, you remove yourself from the battlefield of flesh and invite heaven to fight for you. Heaven's command is simple yet profound. Stay in prayer. Let your words rise not toward your betrayer, but toward your Creator. Lift up your voice in secret, and heaven will thunder in public. When you pray, you shift the war into heaven's courts, where no false tongue can stand, and no hidden plot can remain unseen. When you fast, you sharpen your spirit to discern, cutting through deception like a blade through the fog. When you remain silent before men, you roar in the spirit realm, because your restraint is a declaration that you trust the God who vindicates. Even now, declare this with your lips. I am shielded by Michael's sword. I am hidden under the wings of heaven. No secret weapon formed against me will prosper. These words are not empty. They are affirmations that align you with divine covering. Speak them when you feel unrest. Speak them when you feel watch. Speak them when doubt rises. Every word you declare in faith becomes a shield of fire around your soul. Understand this mystery. Your silence will disarm them. They will whisper, but your lack of response will frustrate their schemes. They will plot, but their plans will collapse when you do not engage in their trap. Your stillness will force heaven to move, and when heaven moves, no enemy can withstand the outcome. The more you rest, louder the angels war on your behalf. Less you speak, the more the Spirit thunders in the unseen. This is your protective guidance. Be still. Be silent. Remain hidden under the shadow of the Almighty. The betrayer expects you to fight in your flesh, but you will confound them by fighting in the Spirit. You will win not by striving, but by surrender. You will prevail not by confrontation, but by consecration. Heaven is calling you to this posture, for in this posture, victory is assured. Rest in the covering, and watch as Michael goes before you. No hidden plan shall prosper, no whispered lie shall stand, and no weapon forged in secret shall pierce the shield surrounding you. This is heaven's promise, and it shall not fail. Type "I am shielded" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 999 is now activated over your life. Hear this clearly. You are not weak. You are not a victim of betrayal. You are not defined by the shadows cast against you. What they plotted in secret does not determine your future, for heaven has already written your destiny in ink that no enemy can erase. Betrayal may have wounded your heart, but it cannot break your spirit. Pain may have struck your soul, but it cannot cancel your calling. This storm was never sent to destroy you. It was allowed to refine you, to sharpen you, and to elevate you into the next dimension of your destiny. You see, fire does not consume the chosen. It purifies them. Just as gold must pass through the flames to emerge stronger, so too must you endure the testing of betrayal to rise greater. The dagger in the back becomes the fire in your bones. The whispers in the dark become fuel for your prayers. The rejection you feel becomes a launching pad for your elevation. What was meant to break you has only revealed how unbreakable you truly are. Do not allow your soul to dwell in sorrow. Lift your eyes, for heaven is shifting your perspective. You are not who they think you are anymore. You are not the vulnerable version of yourself they remember. You have been tried in the furnace of affliction, and what remains is stronger, sharper, and clothed with a new level of authority. Heaven has used their betrayal to strip away the old and awaken the new. You are not diminished by what they did. You are transformed. Spread your wings, for you are rising. You are like the eagle, who does not flee from the storm, but rides the wind to soar higher. You are like the fire that, once lit, cannot be quenched by human hands. You are like the mountain that stands unshaken, no matter how strong the winds howl against it. You are no longer the same. You have been elevated, empowered, and marked with fresh oil. And hear this, your enemies underestimated you. They saw only your vulnerability, not your resilience. They believed their whispers could silence your voice, but your voice is louder now than ever. They believed their betrayal could weaken your faith, but your faith has become unshakable. What they meant for harm, heaven has already turned into strength. The betrayer becomes the evidence that you were chosen. The wound becomes the testimony that you were preserved. The storm becomes the sign that you are ready to rise into your next season. Stand tall, beloved. Do not shrink. Do not apologize for the oil upon your life. Do not hide your light to make others comfortable. Betrayal has proven that you are marked, and elevation has already begun. You are not defeated. You are rising. You are not broken. You are rebuilt. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. The season of sorrow is closing, and the hour of empowerment is opening. Walk with strength, walk with confidence, and walk with the assurance that heaven is with you. Michael is guarding you, and no power of darkness can stop the rising of one chosen by God. Type "I am rising" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 2020 is now loosed over you. Now the veil is lifted, and the mystery of betrayal is revealed for what it truly is. What seemed like treachery, what felt like rejection, what appeared as abandonment, was in fact a divine setup. Heaven has not permitted this pain without purpose. Every dagger, every whisper, every false smile carried within it a secret assignment, not to destroy you, but to unlock the next chapter of your destiny. This betrayal is not your ending. It is your unveiling. Do you not see? Heaven is using their betrayal to advance you. The very attempt to bring you low is the stepping stone that will lift you higher. The one who betrayed you was never meant to walk into your promised land. Their role was temporary, their part was limited, and their exit was ordained. They could not continue forward with you, for the weight of your calling is too heavy for counterfeit loyalty to carry. Heaven has written this betrayal into your story, not as a tragedy, but as a catalyst. It is written in heaven, your name is sealed, your destiny is protected, and your trial has been noted. The tears you shed in silence have not gone unseen. The heaviness you carried in secret has not gone unrecorded. Heaven writes it all, and now the time of reversal has come. Out of this betrayal will rise doors that no man can shut. Out of this rejection will come favor that no tongue can blot. Out of this loss will flow restoration beyond what you imagine. Beloved, do not fear the exposure of betrayal, for it is your evidence of promotion. Every chosen one has walked this path. Joseph was betrayed by brothers so that he could wear the crown. David was betrayed by Saul so that he could sit on the throne. Even our Lord was betrayed by Judas so that salvation could be released to the nations. You are in the company of the chosen, and their betrayal is the seal of your elevation. Expect doors to open. Expect favor to multiply. Expect new alignments, new provision, new strength. The Spirit declares, you will not exit this season empty-handed. What was taken will be restored. What was delayed will be accelerated. What was hidden will be revealed. This betrayal marks the moment where heaven steps in and shifts the course of your life into greater blessing. Take courage. Lift your head. The betrayer's act was their downfall, but it is your rising. The weapon formed against you has become the key unlocking your next season. The fire meant to consume you has refined you. The silence that felt heavy has preserved you. Heaven has declared it. You are stepping into promotion. Type "I am promoted" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 3030 is now released. Beloved, even as heaven reveals this betrayal as your stepping stone into promotion, I feel led to remind you of this holy truth. Every word released here is not just for you, but for countless souls who need the same awakening. When you sow into this mission, you are not giving to man, you are sowing into the fire of heaven that carries deliverance into hidden places. Just as Joseph's betrayal became a blessing for nations, your act of support today becomes a stream of living water for others thirsting for truth. God himself declares, "Those who sow in tears will reap with joy," and this promise is alive for you now. I urge you, do not delay. Respond to the Spirit, act with faith, and let your giving become the oil that carries this word further. Use Super Thanks. Join as a channel member, or pour into this mission through the PayPal link in the description below. Your seed is not lost, it multiplies, and heaven records every act of obedience. Beloved, heaven has revealed the betrayal, but revelation without response is incomplete. Now is the hour for activation. The Lord declares, heaven waits for your yes. You have been carried through the storm, preserved through the shaking, and strengthened through the fire for this very moment. The betrayal that once weighed upon your shoulders has now become the bridge into your greater purpose. But the question that echoes through the heavens is this: will you rise or will you retreat? You are being summoned into alignment. No longer can you hide beneath the cloak of fear. No longer can you shrink back into silence. No longer can you delay the call upon your life. The very pain that sought to break you has been transformed into proof that you are chosen. And now, destiny calls you to stand, to speak, to declare, and to walk boldly into what heaven has prepared. Lift up your voice and declare, I am not broken, I am built. I am not rejected, I am redirected. I am not abandoned, I am anointed. These are not empty words, they are keys unlocking doors in the Spirit. Each declaration aligns your heart with heaven's will and shakes loose the chains that betrayal tried to wrap around you. Your tongue is a sword, and with it you cut through the lies of the enemy. Speak boldly, for heaven responds to your sound. Step into your calling. Step into your destiny. Do not wait for man's approval, for heaven's seal already rests upon you. Do not wait for perfect conditions, for the storm itself has prepared you. The betrayal you endured has qualified you to carry weight in the Spirit that you could not carry before. You are not the same. You are refined, anointed, and equipped. This is your moment to say yes, to align, to activate, and to move forward. Rise with confidence, beloved, for destiny requires motion. Heaven does not anoint those who hide forever. Heaven anoints those who rise. This is why the betrayer could not walk with you into the next season, because only the chosen can carry the chosen oil. Heaven has separated you, refined you, and now calls you forth as a vessel of glory. Hear this again. Heaven waits for your yes. Not tomorrow. Not someday, not when fear finally leaves you. Now. The hour is now. Destiny stands before you, and your agreement will release the floodgates of blessing. Say yes in your heart, yes with your mouth, yes with your actions. declare it, and walk in it. Beloved, your destiny is not delayed. It is waiting. And when you rise, everything around you must shift. Doors will open, enemies will scatter, blessings will flow, and your very atmosphere will testify that you have stepped into the calling heaven prepared. Do not retreat, rise. Do not delay. Act. Destiny is before you, and the heavens are watching. Type ISAYYS in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 555 is now activated over you. Beloved, while you wept in silence, while you carried the weight of betrayal in your heart, heaven was not still. The unseen realm was alive with movement, with negotiation, with warfare, with restoration. You may not have seen it with your eyes, but your spirit has felt it. The restless nights, the heaviness upon your chest, the strange sense of being observed, these were not illusions. They were signals that a holy exchange was taking place in the spirit realm. Do you not know that when you cried, heaven recorded it? Every tear was gathered, every sigh was noted, every prayer whispered in secret was carried like incense before the throne. The betrayer thought their words and actions would break you unseen, but the Lord himself leaned close to your sorrow, and the angels took account of every wound. This is why the Spirit would not allow you to rest in peace. Your soul was sensing the heavenly transaction already at work. In the silence, angels were dispatched. Michael himself stood guard over your soul, ensuring that what they whispered in darkness would not take root in your destiny. What they tried to steal in secret, heaven has already restored in silence. What they tried to remove, heaven has multiplied. This is the holy exchange. What was lost in the natural is being replaced in the supernatural. What was whispered to destroy is being rewritten as testimony. The betrayer has spoken words that sought to cut your name down, but in the courts of heaven, your name has been lifted higher. Their gossip was noted, and heaven has used their accusations as fuel for your vindication. The scales have been balanced, and in the silence, judgments have been rendered. The Spirit declares, you are not defeated, you are not forgotten, you are not overlooked. You are defended. The silent exchange in the spirit realm is this. Where they sowed dishonor, heaven sowed honor. Where they tried to strip you, heaven clothed you. Where they whispered lack, heaven released abundance. While you said nothing, heaven said everything. And while you stood still, Michael warred loudly in the unseen. This is why your spirit has felt both unrest and peace. Unrest because of the battle in progress. Peace because of the outcome already determined. Beloved, do not fear what you cannot see, for the unseen realm has already tilted in your favor. The enemy thought silence meant defeat, but in heaven, silence meant preservation. The battle you did not fight is the battle heaven already won. You were never meant to fight this with your own hands. You were meant to stand as a witness while heaven turned betrayal into blessing. So lift your head, for the silent exchange has already occurred. Nothing is lost. Nothing is wasted. What the betrayer thought they stole has been restored sevenfold. What they tried to destroy has been rebuilt stronger. What they meant to bury has been raised to new life. Heaven has declared, nothing lost, All restored. Type all is restored in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1212 is now active around you. Beloved, hear this decree from the throne of heaven. Justice has been set into motion. What they meant for your harm is returning upon their own heads. The very pit they dug for you will become the place where their own schemes collapse. The tongue they sharpened like a blade will now pierce their own plans. The net they spread in secret will entangle their own feet. For the Lord has risen as judge, and his verdict is sealed. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. What you endured was not unnoticed. The sleepless nights, the heavy silence, the sting of words that never reached your ears, but hovered in rooms where your name was spoken. All of it has been weighed on heaven's scales. And the Spirit declares, the scales are now being balanced. Their betrayal will not go unanswered, for God is not mocked. As they sowed, so shall they reap. The dishonor they released shall return to them multiplied, and the honor they tried to strip from you shall be restored in greater measure. This is the mystery of reversal. What was designed to wound you becomes the weapon that elevates you. Joseph was thrown into a pit by brothers, yet rose to a palace because of that very betrayal. Daniel was cast into a den of lions, yet that trap became the stage for his promotion. Mordecai was despised and plotted against, yet the very gallows built for him became the downfall of his enemy. And now, beloved, your story aligns with theirs. Betrayal has written its name in your chapter, but justice and reversal are writing the conclusion. Heaven has already declared the shift. The season of mourning turns into a season of laughter. The garments of heaviness are exchanged for robes of praise. The ashes of betrayal are being transformed into crowns of beauty. The more they tried to break you, the higher heaven has lifted you. Their betrayal was a seed, but the harvest belongs to you. Do not be deceived by appearances. Even if it looks as though they prosper for a moment, understand that heaven is patient but not unjust. The Lord has timed their exposure, and the same stage where they spoke against you will become the stage where your vindication shines. This is not only for your sake, but so all may know that the God who guards his chosen does not sleep nor slumber. Take comfort in this truth. You will not need to strike back. You will not need to prove yourself. You will not need to fight for vindication. The Lord himself is your defender, and Michael stands as your warrior. The reversal has already begun. What was taken is being restored. What was spoken is being silenced. What was stolen is being returned sevenfold. This is the hour of divine reversal. You will walk clothed in favor while your enemies stumble in confusion. You will feast at the table prepared before you, while those who sought your downfall watch in silence. You will rise into blessing while the betrayer reaps the fruit of their own deeds. The Spirit of the Lord declares, "The battle is mine, the victory is yours." Beloved, rejoice, for heaven has not forgotten you. The Judge of all the earth has rendered his decision, and the verdict is in your favor. The reversal is not coming, it is here. Type divine justice in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 717 now surrounds you. Beloved, the message has been spoken, the warning delivered, the revelation revealed. Archangel Michael sounded the alarm, and heaven confirmed what your spirit already sensed. Betrayal has been detected. Yet you are not left vulnerable, nor abandoned in the storm. From the first word to the last, heaven has surrounded you, shielded you, and guided you into truth. This was not an idle word, but a final heavenly notice, delivered at the exact hour you needed it. The betrayer's mask is slipping, their intentions exposed, yet you are preserved under the shadow of the Almighty. The warning has become wisdom, and the wisdom has become a shield. You are not broken by this trial. You are strengthened, refined, and elevated because of it. Remember this always. Betrayal does not define you. Destiny does. The wounds of man cannot cancel the word of God. What they plotted in darkness has been overturned by the light. What they whispered in secret has been silenced by the voice of heaven. What they intended for harm has already been woven into your promotion. You are sealed. You are seen. You are sent. Michael goes before you. The Spirit rests upon you, and the hand of God upholds you. Receive this blessing now. Peace to your heart, clarity to your mind, and strength to your spirit. Let the weight lift from your shoulders as heaven reminds you that nothing was lost, nothing was wasted, and nothing will be stolen from you again. Rise in the confidence of one who is chosen, covered, and anointed. This chapter closes not with defeat, but with victory. You walk into your next season carrying honor, favor, and unshakable faith. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not finished. You are rising with heaven's covering. Type "I am sealed" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1444 is now released over you. And beloved, as this final blessing settles over you, I feel the Spirit urging me to remind you. This mission is bigger than one voice. It is a movement of light against darkness. Every time you support this work, you are not just helping words reach ears. You are releasing chains, opening eyes, and planting seeds of deliverance in lives you may never see. The Lord declares, "Give, and it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over." This promise is alive for you now. When you sow, you are not giving to man. You are partnering with heaven itself to carry fire into nations. If this word has spoken to your spirit, act in faith today. Press super thanks, join as a channel member, or pour your seed through the PayPal link in the description below. Your giving is not a donation. It is a prophetic act, and heaven records it as worship. Do not hesitate. Step into obedience and watch how God multiplies blessings back into your life.